Hello. Today, we'll introduce you to one of the most debated and misunderstood thinkers in the history of philosophy, Baruch Spinoza. Some saw him as an atheist, others as a mystic, and some as a pure rationalist. But Spinoza went far beyond all these labels, offering a unique system of thought that unites the universe and God through reason. Baruch Spinoza was born in 1632 in Amsterdam to a Portuguese Sephardic Jewish family. At a young age, he was excommunicated from the Jewish community for his ideas that clashed with religious dogma. This exclusion deepened his commitment to free thinking. He chose a life of solitude and simplicity, earning his living by grinding lenses. His philosophy argues that living guided by reason is the key to freedom and happiness. Among contemporaries like Leibniz, Descartes, and Hobbes, he stood out as a radical thinker who found freedom in reason. Spinoza's life tells the story of a philosopher who was not only a thinker, but also someone systematic, consistent, and unwavering in his values. His masterpiece, Ethics, published posthumously, made him one of the cornerstones of modern philosophy. One of Spinoza's most debated views is his understanding of God. According to him, God is not a separate and transcendent being. Spinoza identifies God with nature, Deus sive natura, God or nature. This view holds that there is only one substance that encompasses everything in the universe. Spinoza opposes dualism. Mind and body are two attributes of the same substance. God is an unchanging, necessary being in whom all things in nature exist. This view is known as pantheism and stands in radical opposition to the classical theistic understanding of God. God is not a conscious creator, but nature itself. With this understanding, Spinoza angered religious authorities while also paving the way for modern secular thought. This being is infinite, exists in and of itself, and is the cause of everything. This concept is a total rejection of Descartes' mind-body dualism. For Spinoza, God is not a creator sitting somewhere else, but nature itself. According to Spinoza, everything in the universe is necessary. Nothing is random. Every event follows a cause and effect chain. People often think they are free because they do not know the causes of their actions. But true freedom is possible only by understanding these laws of necessity. Spinoza defines freedom as the knowledge of necessity. That is, as one understands the laws of nature, one stops being a slave to passions and acts with reason. At this point, Spinoza brings ethics closer to science. Morality is no longer about commands and prohibitions, but about understanding nature. Spinoza's God is very different from the traditional God of religions. According to him, God is not personal, does not intervene through prayer, and does not show wrath. God is everything in the universe. Thus, everything in nature is necessary. God operates through natural laws. Miracles are the result of ignorance. For Spinoza, the highest state of the human soul is the love of God. But this love is not an emotional attachment. It is an intellectual comprehension. The love of God is God's love for himself, Spinoza says. This expression shows that understanding the nature identified with God is possible only by understanding one's own nature. This love brings peace to the soul and calms the passions. The love of God brings eternal happiness, as it is based on the knowledge of an infinite being. Here, Spinoza aligns with ancient Stoic thought. Virtue is living in accordance with nature, and true happiness lies in this harmony. According to Spinoza, freedom is not independence from external influences, but the understanding of necessity through reason. A person who is a slave to passions is a slave, but if he understands these passions with reason, he becomes free. True happiness lies in what he called intellectual love of God. This love leads a person to inner peace by understanding the necessities of nature. Spinoza's masterpiece, Ethics, is written in a mathematical format. Built with axioms, definitions, and propositions, the work is constructed like a geometry textbook. According to him, emotions can be understood and regulated. Destructive emotions such as fear, jealousy, and anger arise from false beliefs and being ruled by passions. But through reason, these emotions can be brought under control. Ethics is no longer the realm of religion, but of science. Spinoza's approach laid the intellectual foundations for modern psychology, especially in areas such as emotional intelligence and behavioral therapy. If a person knows his own nature, he achieves spiritual freedom. According to Spinoza, the aim of the state is not fear but freedom. The state must protect individual freedom of thought and the right to lead one's own life through reason. He emphasizes a free society against fanaticism, dogmatism, and religious oppression. Spinoza viewed democracy as the most rational form of government. During his lifetime, Spinoza was labeled a dangerous atheist by many. But in the late 17th and 18th centuries, Enlightenment thinkers were deeply influenced by his ideas. Figures like Voltaire, Goethe, and Einstein approached Spinoza with admiration. Einstein once said, "I believe in Spinoza's God only." Spinoza stood against religious fanaticism, championed the light of reason, honored the individual's freedom to think, and made marveling at the universe a philosophical duty. His quiet and profound philosophy still stands at the center of debates about religion, ethics, and freedom. Spinoza's God is not one who is spoken to through prayer, but one understood through reason. To understand the universe is to understand God. That's why to understand Spinoza is not just to understand a philosopher, but to see the entire universe anew. If you enjoyed this deep philosophical journey, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you again in the next videos.